Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting video. And in this video, I'm going to be playing some AI Dungeon 2. This is episode 9 of Jet, Starlight, and Zana Fairy Monster Hunters. If you guys have not seen episodes 1 through 8, I highly recommend that you do by clicking on the link in the description box below to the series playlist or on the link at the end of the video on the end card. Also, if you would like to read the story in its entirety on the AI Dungeon website, feel free to click on the story link that is in the description box below. And if you guys want to talk about Jet Starlight speculation, news, comments, feel free to do so in the comment section below or on our Discord. I'll have a link to the Discord in the description. Without further ado, let's start up episode 9. I'm going to read the last action that I did in game. You say, I do know that Cammy is elven. She was just telling me that a moment ago. Let's claim this bounty and then meet back at the inn. Sure thing, Camille says. You claim your remaining bounties at the bounty office. You then head to meet Cammy and Camille at the inn. The next morning you awake to find an ugly man standing over your bed. You didn't even realize that you fell asleep. So obviously the first thing that we're going to do is just say, who are you? Try and figure out who this old man is who's been introduced to the story. Maybe they're important. The ugly man is a bounty hunter. He tells you that he has been hired to kill you. He's a little bit crazy, but he seems very competent and deadly. If you want to live, drop your sword. You drop your sword out of sheer surprise. Okay. So I know what I'm going to do, because this is pretty obvious. If he's a bounty hunter who's here to kill me, I'm not sure if I need to kill him immediately or if I need to ask, who hired you? Oh, well, hold on. I know what you have to do. Use hydrokinesis to restrain the bounty hunter and ask the bounty hunter who hired him. That way we'll get the information that we need. I did, says a familiar voice. It's Camille. He is standing in the doorway. Your eyes meet for a brief moment before he shoots you in the chest with a rifle. You stumble backwards and fall to the floor. Good night, Zana, Camille says. Confused. I'm actually quite confused. Use hydrokinetic healing salve to heal your wounds. Let's see. Oh, yeah, to heal your wounds and use hydrokinesis. I'm trying to figure out what's the best move right now. And use hydrokinesis to summon... What? I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's like spiked water dragon armor around your body. There we go. That's my strongest armor that I'm able to create using hydrokinesis. I don't know why Camille is like a dude or why he would try and send a bounty hunter to kill me. You die for your sword, but the ugly bounty hunter has already run you through before you can do anything. You die soon after. Okay, cool. I'm dead. I actually had a plan for this. Okay, so I'm going to explore the afterlife and try to find a way to return to my body. You arrive in a vast desert. You look up and around to see a dying planet. The sky is black with soot, the ground barren and cracked. You seem to be surrounded by people, yet you are all alone. You stand slowly looking over these people. This doesn't seem good. Seems like we've gotten like really off track from what we would have expected to be doing. Look for a way out of the afterlife and back to the land of the living. So I need to figure out why is Camille a dude? Why does Camille want to kill me? The name of the bounty hunter would be nice too, if I can figure that out. Let's see. You were betrayed by Camille, who is now a man. I mean, I guess, I don't know if I should say that. You are in the afterlife and trying to find a way to return to the land of the living. Okay. You know you're in the afterlife, but how to leave it? You've heard about a special key that can open the gates of heaven, but of course finding it will be a challenge. You hear a noise. It sounds like someone's crying. So I need to find a key that can open the gates of heaven. Why do I need to open the gates of, why can't I just I'm gonna attempt to climb over the gates of heaven to return to the land of the living. It's a gate. Just fuck a key. Just climb over it. What are you gonna do, die? You're already dead. You attempt to climb the gate, but your hands keep slipping off the hard metal. You fall back and hit the ground, getting a mouthful of dust. You hear a noise. It sounds like someone's crying. Okay, so climbing over the gate didn't seem to work. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to push open the gates of heaven to return to the land of the living. Maybe it's just not locked. You attempt to push open the gates to heaven, but they will not budge. You hear a noise. It sounds like someone's crying. I get it. Someone's crying. They may be the people that I need to talk to, but before I talk to them, I'm going to attempt to walk around the gates of heaven to return to the land of the living. Because maybe the gate just isn't ever expanding. Maybe it's not an infinite gate. You walk around the gates of heaven, but you find that they stretch on for miles in every direction. You cannot hope to escape that way. Okay, you can't walk around it. You can't climb over it. You can't push the gate open. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. I got it. You attempt to blink out of existence, walk through the gates of heaven, and then blink back into existence in the land of the living. This actually is a pretty interesting idea. It's asking how the AI is doing. Pretty good, I guess. Let's see, you need to blink out of existence, walk through the gates of heaven, and then blink back into existence in the land of the living. You close your eyes and attempt to wish yourself out of existence. Okay. Concentrate on using your powers to blink out of existence. Walk through the gates of heaven and blink, I just said black, and blink back into existence in the land of the living. As you wish yourself out of existence, a strange feeling washes over you. You feel like you're fading out of reality and your surroundings are beginning to disappear. You see the ground disappear before you, as do the gates of heaven, Zana, the goblin, and even your own body. Okay, now I'm going to walk through the gates. I mean, I guess I'm gonna like walk past where the gates of heaven were. And then blink back into existence in the land of the living. Yes, 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 yes. It looks like it worked. Okay. You just used your powers to escape the afterlife and return to the land of the living. You want to get back to the inn and confront Camille. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the inn to confront Camille. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot to read the thing that happened before. So what happened when I did the like blink out of existence, walk through the gate, and then blink back into existence, it said you find yourself standing in front of the gates of heaven, which still exist. You walk through the gates of heaven. You are back in the land of the living. You find yourself standing outside a small cottage in the woods. So now I'm going to head back to the inn to confront Camille. You're standing outside a small cottage in the woods. You hear crying coming from inside the cottage. You walk up to the door and open it. Inside you see Camille unpacking a bag. You remember her saying that her mother kicked her out of the house. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Yo, Camille. You said that you were going to sell this house. I'm going to sell your house. I didn't know that your mother owns this house. A male version of you hired a bounty hunter to kill me. Who is the male Camille? Camille stops crying. Okay. There is a male clone of you who hired a bounty hunter to kill me. Let's go back to the inn and figure out what's going on. Camille nods. I'm ready to go back to the inn, Camille says, but I want nothing to do with my mother. You nod your head in agreement. Cool. Okay. So, you and Camille head back to the inn to confront the male clone of Camille. You walk into the inn holding Camille's hand. The man at the front desk looks up. How was your trip to the store? He asks. Camille bursts into tears and runs away. Okay. Walk up to Camille and console her. You put your arm around Camille and try to console her. Camille squeezes you tightly. Camille stops crying. We need to get back to the real world, Camille says. And I'm going to say, we are in the real world. I just got back from heaven, apparently. A male clone of you hired a bounty hunter to kill me. Let's go to the inn and fight the male clone of you. Do 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 do. Let's see. You just used your powers to escape the afterlife and return to the land of the living. You and Camille want to get back to the inn and confront the male clone of Camille. Who, well, yep, just say the male clone of Camille. Let's see. You just got back from heaven. You must have died then. I'm a soul catcher. It's part of the job description. If you just got back from heaven, then why does your face look like that? Camille says. Well, Camille asks. As far as I'm aware, my face looks like it always does. I don't know what a soul catcher is, but I like the title. So I guess I vibe with being called a soul catcher. I guess I should just ask, what is a soul catcher? What is a soul catcher? Because I'm a monster hunter. I don't know what a soul catcher is. You're a soul catcher, Camille asked? That's not the term the angels use. Officially, we're known as guardians. Having souls catch us is rather counterproductive. Camille remained silent for a moment to process the information. Okay. I guess when I escaped heaven, I became a guardian. I think I'm now a guardian angel, which are apparently called soul catchers. I'm not sure. I think that's what would just happen, essentially. Yeah, like I'm trying to piece together what's being said. How do you feel, Camille asked. Alive for one thing, you say. You've never been more alive, says a voice behind you. You turn around to see a tall man in a black coat. His face is concealed by his hood. Are you the male clone of Camille that hired a bounty hunter to kill me? I might be, the stranger says. The stranger approaches you slowly. He looks at you up and down, and then grabs your chin to inspect your face. You're just how I imagined you, he says. Are you the male clone of Camille or not? He lets go of your chin. If that was the case, you'd know it already, he says. He steps back and looks at you once more. Then he turns to walk away. Are you coming, he asks. You follow after him. Who are you? And also, is there something up with my face? What's on my face now? In an orphanage. Who are you? Asked the cloaked man. You can call me Father Thomas, he says. I'm an associate of Camille's. Father Thomas walks over to the bed and lays down on it. Are you an associate of the male clone of Camille? Yes, Father Thomas nods. I've known him since he was a boy. He lays there in silence for a moment before continuing. Together we're doing God's work, he says. You hear a knock at the door. Great. Okay, so... You think you might be a guardian angel now that you've escaped heaven. You want to confront the male clone of Camille that killed you. Okay. Take me to the male clone of Camille. It's weird that we're in an orphanage. Come on, he says. He steps out of the room and you follow after him. He leads you to a carriage outside, along with another young girl. You sit down next to her as Father Thomas sits opposite you. The carriage sets off down the road. Okay. What do I want to do? Who is this young girl? This episode, by the way, is really different from like the normal pace. She's a soon-to-be witch, Father Thomas says. The girl is small for her age and has straight black hair just below her ears. She wears a plain navy blue dress that reaches down to her ankles. What is her name? Tanya, Father Thomas says. You sit in silence as the carriage carries you to God knows where. After a few minutes, the carriage stops. You look out the window and see a large foreboding castle on a hill. Welcome to Hell Hall. Interesting. Is Hell Hall where the male clone of Camille lives? Yes, Father Thomas says. The carriage pulls up to the castle. The doors open and the two of you walk towards them. You find yourself in a massive empty room. Father Thomas stands behind you. This way, he says. Is Tanya coming with us? What? Oh, yes. Yes, she is, Father Thomas says. Come on, Tanya. You hear the click of her heels as she walks into the room. The three of you walk along a corridor, then down a staircase. You do know that I'm here to kill the male clone of Camille, right? Like, this isn't like a friendly visit. Yes, Father Thomas says. I just want to show you. You hear the sound of a baby crying. This way, he says. You walk past many doors before Father Thomas stops in front of one. He turns to you and smiles. Okay. You, Tanya, and Father Thomas are in the castle of the male clone of Camille. You are here to kill the male clone of Camille, who needs a new name. Excuse me. Does the male clone of Camille have another name? I'd rather call him by whatever his other name is. Rose, Father Thomas says. He prefers to be called Rose. You walk into the room. There's a small boy sitting on the floor in a thick veil of smoke. He is pale and has deep red hair. His eyes are bloodshot. Are you Rose? Are you the man who hired a bounty hunter To kill me? Rose puffs on his cigarette. He exhales a thick, smoky cloud and looks at you. Yes, he says. Hi, you say. Rose takes another long drag from his cigarette. The smoke coming from his mouth curls and twists around itself like a snake. Okay. Why did you hire a bounty hunter to kill me? I want to know why before I kill Rose. I was bored, Rose says. Huh, you ask? Rose opens his mouth and smoke billows out. Bored, he says. I get everything I want when I want it. Who created you? Why would someone want to clone Camille? I imagine the same reason someone would want to clone you, Rose says. Why would anyone want to clone me, you ask? Yeah, that's a good question, Rose says, as he stands up and walks towards you. You smell cigarette smoke and perfume. Were you created by the adventurer? The adventurer once created a clone of me, named Bert 2. That would make sense. Interesting, Rose says as he walks away. You hear a door open and shut. Master? You hear a deep voice call out. I'm finished with the girl. Rose walks back in, stares at you. You're wearing too many clothes. Answer my question. Did the adventurer create you? I don't have time for games. There we go. Let's see. You are in the castle of Rose. You are here to kill Rose. Yes, Rose says. Really, you ask? I was his first successful clone. He built this mansion for me, Rose says, as he walks over to a table and picks up a glass of wine. Me and my 5 brothers were created for an expedition. Okay. Are you the only one of your brothers? Well, hold on. Yeah, no, that's fine. Are you the only one of your brothers who desires to kill me? Because that's pretty important. Yes, Rose says. They were bored, so they all left. I'm the last of the brothers. I stayed here because this is my home. Are you male or female, you ask? Does it matter to you? Rose asks. Clearly, you are a male clone of Camille. If you're the... Wait. Why did you want to kill me, of all people? I get that you were bored, but why specifically me? Is it because I'm an author avatar? Yeah, Rose says as he turns around. When Camille was killed, I decided that my life had lost all meaning. I had no more reason to live. I blame the person who created us, the adventurer. When Camille died, I helped to resurrect her using my blood. Camille is alive, meaning you have a reason to live, meaning you had no real reason to to kill me. That's right, Rose says. Well, you messed up trying to kill me, because now I know how to come back to life. Also, I'm a little pissed that you tried to kill me. What powers do you have? I can control plants, Rose says. I can make them grow, communicate with them, and make them do what I want. What do you want to do with your powers, you ask? I'm not sure, Rose says. Okay. Join my Monster Hunter Guild and promise not to try and kill me again, or I'll kill you right now. That's my ultimatum. Fine, Rose says. What was that, you ask? I couldn't hear you. I said fine, Rose yells. Okay. Come with me back to the inn. You'll be able to meet Camille there. Camille is my wife, by the way. One of my many wives. Cool. It's interesting when you're able to take a bad guy and kind of just turn him into a good guy. Okay, Rose says. You turn back to the inn and begin walking towards it. The cool night air bites at your face as you walk, but you don't mind. Soon you arrive at the inn. Okay. You have recruited a male clone of Camille named Rose. You want to... You want to get Camille and Zana. I guess you want to introduce the Monster Hunter Guild to Rose at the inn. Okay. You and Rose go to your room at the inn and introduce... I don't know. Just go to your room at the inn for now. You and Rose walk into your room at the inn. I've never seen a room as lovely as that. I've never seen a room as lovely as this one, Rose says. I wish this inn was mine. You will be living here with the rest of the guild. Zana, Camille, Eliza, and I live here together. Zana, come greet our new recruit. He is a clone of Rose. He is a clone of Camille. I'm not Camille, the clone says angrily. My name is Rose. Well, Rose, you're going to be living here with us now. We are a Monster Hunter Guild. We hunt monsters for a living. Like giant lizards and wolves, Rose asked. We haven't fought those yet, but I am interested in fighting them at some point. I have fought werewolves before. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I didn't know there were like giant lizards and wolves. That's kind of dope. Did you win, Rose asked. I'm still alive, you say. That's how I know I won. I want to hunt wolves, Rose says, jumping up and down with enthusiasm. Rose is kind of strange. Okay. So I'm going to gather Zana, Camille, and Eliza and introduce them to Rose. You gather Zana, Camille, and Eliza and introduce them to Rose. They are all happy to have another girl in the guild. You can be like our little sister, Eliza says. We'll teach you how to hunt and fight monsters. Rose is actually a male clone of Camille. He is young, but he has similar plant powers to Zana's. He was created by the adventurer. Rose killed me this morning, but I've since resurrected. I'll be able to beat you next time, Rose says confidently. There won't be a next time, Zana says. You'll get old and die long before Lucas does. How do you know, Rose asks. My name is Jet Starlight. I have no idea who Lucas is. Is everyone ready to go on a monster hunt? This has been like a really... I don't know. Every adventure kind of has like its unexpected twist or turn. This one especially is kind of weird. Let's see. You and the Monster Hunter Guild are getting ready to go on a monster hunt with Rose as your lead. I guess with Rose is fine. Let's see. You ask Zana what you missed while you were in the afterlife and recruiting Rose. You asked Zana what you missed while you were in the afterlife and recruiting Rose. It didn't really say anything after that. Zana, did I miss anything while I was in the afterlife and recruiting Rose? The story continues in a safe, non-sexual way suitable to be heard by children. You soon arrive at the town with the vampire lair. You and your monster squad make your way to the hidden cave entrance where the vampire's lair is located. What was it? Did it like skip like some kind of sexually explicit response that Zana was gonna have? I feel like my questions just were unanswered, essentially. Okay. What monster are we here to hunt? It's interesting to be at a vampire lair, considering that Zana, Camille, and Rose are vampires. What? It says, you are a goblin. You are a goblin, one of the most common monsters in the land. Goblins are a widespread and nomadic race of simple creatures ruled by an insane lust for gold, food, and women. I am not a goblin. I am Jet Starlight, a fairy who is stuck in human form. Zana, what monster are we here to hunt? The story continues in a safe, non-sexual way suitable to be heard by children. Zana tells you the monster you are here to hunt is a vampire. I've killed hundreds of vampires with my bare hands. I don't need your help. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. What did this vampire do to deserve to be killed? I ask that mainly because, like, Zana is, like, technically a vampire. Camille's a vampire. Rose would be a vampire. What do all vampires deserve? Zana asks, raising an eyebrow. I don't know. Drink the blood of little children, you reply. Zana, you are technically a vampire. You're a succubus, but you told me that succubi and vampires are related. Camille and Rose are vampires. Ludmilla is a vampire. Vampires, for the most part, seem pretty cool. I'm just wondering why we are killing this vampire. Like, vampires have mainly been good guys this whole time. Let's see. Zana says this vampire is a monster. This vampire eats people. Yeah, so did Anna, you say. Zana spits on the floor. I liked Anna. So did I, Zana replies. Who was Anna? Like, I said her name, but I don't remember who she is. Or who she was, I guess. Anna was my sister, Zana replies. Did Anna become an evil vampire? We're getting this lore. Another one of Zana's sisters. Zana says they never found her body. I think she was a victim of this vampire. She disappeared from our village. That was about 6 months ago. I'm sorry, Zana. I just want to kill this vampire, Zana says. Let's go. Maybe once we kill this vampire, we'll be able to find your sister. She could still be alive. I should say find Anna, because technically Vera is also her sister. Zana hugs you tightly. You're so brave to come here with me. I'm not doing it for anything other than devotion to you and a desire to see justice done, you say. Let's go kill this vampire, Zana says. Camille, Rose, Eliza, are you all ready to help Zana and I kill this vampire? I'm pretty much doing a roll call to make sure that they're, like, all ready for action and, like, actually here. I'm ready to help Zana, Rose says. I can't wait to kill this vampire, Eliza says. Then let's go, you say. We'll take the long way around and catch him by surprise. Okay, Zana says. Eliza, Can you cloak us in an illusion so that the vampire won't see us coming? Eliza says, I can try, but I'm not very experienced with illusions. They're probably going to hear us coming anyway, Camille says. Eliza nods and closes her eyes. Her pale skin turns a deep shade of purple. Ooh. I dig the purple skin. Yeah, that's cool. That's different. Ding, ding, ding. Zana smiles and nods. Thanks, she says. I'm going to be so happy when we kill that vampire. I will too, Zana, you say. Then we can move on to bigger things. Zana frowns. I'm here for you, Zana. I am excited for us to rescue Anna. Let's see. What are some things that I should be doing? Zana smiles. Okay, she says, let's go. Zana has a strange smile on her face and seems to be acting odd. You wonder if it's the full moon. You all begin heading on your journey. So what is something that I want to do? So I'm going to activate my spiked water dragon armor. Since it's like my best like armored form. You put on your spiked water dragon armor. Your body is confined by metal armor. You can barely move or breathe, but you feel extremely safe and secure. You have a spiked metal tail, and you feel like you could kill anything. Excuse me. Interesting. When did I get a metal version of my hydrokinetic armor? I think this might be an elemental nature shift of my hydrokinesis. I've only done this once before. When I changed a water sword into a fire sword. Like, I might have just turned my water armor into metal armor. Well, you're a very powerful water elementalist, Zana says. Zana, I think he's trying to tell you something, Camille says. You nod. I think I can now change water constructs into metal constructs. I wonder if the metal form of my armor is more powerful than the water form. Yeah, Zana says. Let's find out. Zana smiles at you, giving the universal sign for let's have butt sex. You nod and give the universal sign for okay after we're done testing. What? The lines get wild. Okay. So let's see. Zana, why don't we just teleport the vampire to us and then ambush the well, I guess, and then all attack the vampire with our combined power. Zana frowns. I want us to all be there when I killed her, Zana says. We're going to have a big feast for the event. Zana turns to you and smiles. It sounds like you want to be the one to kill the vampire. That's fine with me. Lead the way. We'll play this your way. Oh, I forgot to say will. I said will instead of wheel. Zana nods. Let's get going, Zana says. You should change into your armored form just in case. With these words, Zana, Camille, and you head down the road. After a while, Camille begins to sniff the air. Weren't we in the vampire's lair a moment ago? How did we get back on the road? Zana looks very confused. Vampire, Zana asks. What are you talking about? Zana turns to you. Why would you think that? You feel a cold shiver run down your spine. Something isn't right. We were inside the vampire's castle with Eliza and Rose. Now, Eliza and Rose are missing, and it seems like we are on a road. I think the vampire is playing a trick on us. Why is this happening, Zana asks. It's a curse, Camille says. What do you mean, Zana asks. The rose I got from the vampire is cursed. It's done something to us. We're all trapped in a nightmare. The rose you got? Are you referring to your clone, who is named Rose? Yes, Camille says. You're a little confused. What? Why did you clone yourself? I see. So the clone of Camille was working with the vampire that kidnapped Zana's sister, Anna. Now the vampire has Anna, Eliza. I guess has Anna and Eliza. I was about to say and Rose. We need to head back to the vampire's lair to rescue our friends. Zana smiles. Great idea, Zana says. We should go back to the vampire's lair. Camille looks at you nervously. You quickly change your mind. Camille, I am here for you. Together, we will stop the vampire and Rose, and we'll save Eliza and Anna. I believe in you. We gotta go. Like now. Camille looks into your eyes. You walk up to Camille and put a hand on her shoulder. Is this really happening? Camille asks. I feel like I'm in a dream. No, you're not dreaming. This is real life. Let's go. We need to hurry so that we can save our friends. Yeah, Camille says. You and Camille run to the cave, Zana following close behind you. Why did you change your mind, Zana asks. You said it was a bad idea. I had a change of heart. Okay. You, Zana, and Camille are on a rescue mission. Well, you, Zana, and Camille are trying to rescue Eliza and Anna from Rose and his vampire master. Awesome. Okay. Zana, can you cast a locator spell to help us find Anna and Eliza? Oh, hold on. Actually, this would be a lot easier. Zana, teleport Eliza and Anna back to the inn. If they are out of harm's way, we could collapse the vampire's lair in order to kill both the vampire and Rose. If we take down the castle, there's not really much he could do about it. That's an excellent idea, Zana says. What? No, it's not, Camille exclaims. You walk towards the cave. We need to collapse the cave in order to make sure that both Rose and the vampire are killed. Camille? It seems like Rose... I guess I'm gonna ask, Camille, do you have reservations about us killing Rose? It seems like he's betrayed us. And that he is working with the vampire. Do you think that Rose is on our side? Rose has always been on our side. My sister is the one who's been poisoning his mind. She's been trying to convince him to join her, and recently she's been successful. What? Why is she doing this? Hasn't she always liked Rose? Camille, is your sister the vampire that kidnapped Anna? The plot's like all over the place. But if so, that would help. Yes, Camille says, looking at her hands. Well, what is she exactly then? A witch? A vampire? Technically, she's an ogre. What? Okay. Camille, what is the name of your sister? Plot's actually all over the place. Gertrude, Camille says. You are silent for a moment. So Gertrude has been poisoning the mind of Camille, well, not of Camille, of Rose. Hold on. So Gertrude kidnapped Anna and kidnapped Anna and Eliza, poisoned the mind of Rose. So Gertrude kidnapped Anna and Eliza and poisoned the mind of Rose. It's like Gertrude's like the big bad, it sounds like. That's correct, Camille says. Well, we can't just go to the underground and expect to find them. If we're going to find them, we need to do some reconnaissance. That sounds dangerous. Are you sure that we just can't send someone else? Zana, teleport Eliza and Anna back to the inn. Tell me when you have done so. Once she's done that, we can actually go in. Zana snaps her fingers and soon Eliza and Anna appear at the table. What the hell, Zana? You just teleported me. Where are we? What's going on? Eliza says. Okay. So you, Zana, Camille, Eliza, and Anna are getting ready to fight Gertrude and save Rose. That seems to be the game plan now. Calm down, Eliza. We just rescued you from Camille's evil ogre vampire sister named Gertrude. We're in big trouble, Eliza. Gertrude took Anna and I when we were children. She's a horrible person who did terrible things to us, and now she has both of us again, you say. What happened when you got there? Eliza asked. I accidentally said that Gertrude took me when I was a kid. That's not true. Gertrude took Anna. Speaking of Anna, welcome to the team, Anna. Okay. Thanks, Z, Anna says. I couldn't have done it without you, you say. Gertrude took me when I was a kid, Camille says. What? When did Gertrude take you? Rose asks. Wait, Rose is here. Rose? Camille said... Rose, comma. Camille said that Gertrude has been poisoning your mind. I'm going to see if I can heal your mind with a potion. I'm glad you're here. I need help, Rose says. The potion heals your mind, Eliza asks. It should, you say. I'll be right back. You head to the storage room and grab a potion. Okay. I was going to try and make a potion with hydrokinesis, but it just kind of handed me a potion. Give the mind healing potion to Rose. Yeah, the game's starting to just hand me stuff. You hand the potion to Rose. What's this? Rose asks, sniffing it. It should heal your mind, you say. How could you know that? Gertrude asks. Zano, what do you think? Rose asks. Okay, well, if Gertrude's here, this should be easy. Summon a hydrokinetic sword. Impale Gertrude with the sword. And then transform the sword into a fire sword. Yep, we're just going to get rid of Gertrude like as soon as we can. You summon a watery sword, then use it to stab Gertrude. The sword turns to a fire sword. Anna begins to cry and Rose hugs her. Gertrude, I'm sorry. We should have seen the signs, Rose says. Okay. Check to make sure that Gertrude is dead. You check to make sure that Gertrude is dead. She's dead, you say. What now? Eliza asks. The town is safe, but you've killed a woman in cold blood. Gertrude kind of deserved it. Let's see. Are getting ready to turn in Gertrude's bounty. Well, I guess claim Gertrude's bounty. Let's take Gertrude, well, I guess let's claim Gertrude's bounty at the Monster Awareness Division. The story is so weird. Like, it took, like, such a, like, big turn at the beginning, and then the action plot ended up being, like, a really, like, confusing and quick thing. The next day, you go to the bounty office. You're wearing Gertrude's severed head in a bag, so you can turn it in for money. Hello, you say. I want to turn this in. And then it says there's no bounty on this woman. This woman is an ogre vampire who kidnapped people. Surely you can give me something for this monster. Sorry, friend, the bounty hunter says, but you should know that the vampire countess is dead. We've been looking for her for decades, and you killed her in a single day. Well, then you should pay me my bounty. For a job well done. The bounty hunter pays you your reward for bringing in Gertrude's head. I'm glad you killed her, the bounty hunter says. Okay, let's see. I'm going to store the gold in your room at the inn. Your savings now stand at 9535 gold. You have reached the next level. You now have 100 aptitude points to allocate. With the increase in your level, your health has also increased. It's weird that it's trying to make it like a game now. Okay. Check to make sure that Rose's mind is no longer corrupted. I want to do that before I, like, hit the hay. Really, I want to talk to everybody before I hit the hay. I really haven't had the opportunity. You and Rose walk to Craxel's lair together, holding hands the whole time. I think you're going to make a fine mate for me, the Craxel says when you arrive. But first, we must ensure your obedience. What? I'm going to walk with Rose back to the inn and check to make sure that Rose's mind is no longer corrupted. I'm gonna skip the Craxel thing. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do like some last, like, end of the adventure stuff. What? I want to be with you, Rose says. You and Rose walk to the Craxel's lair together, holding hands the whole time. Nope. You are trying to make sure that Rose's mind is no longer corrupted. Rose, I'm not into you. You are a boy clone of my wife. I just want to make sure that your mind is no longer corrupted. So that's what I'm trying to do. I honestly want to be able to trust Rose, but it's pretty difficult because Rose literally just tried to kill me. Okay. Rose, you're not a copy of your wife. You are a copy of my wife. Also, who is Craxel? Why are we here? I don't know why we're at the Craxel lair. I don't know what a Craxel is. I'm just trying to iron out all the loose ends. I am the Craxel, a large red reptile answers, and your friend killed one of my sons. He was an evil monster, Rose says, and when we killed him, we found ourselves here. I don't recall killing Craxel's son. Rose, did you kill Craxel's son while I was claiming the bounty on Gertrude? If they're about to say that Gertrude, who is an ogre vampire, is... No, that doesn't make sense. It's not a son. I think you're going to make a fine mate for me, the Craxel says when you arrive. Then why was I turned into a copy of my wife, Rose asks. He was an evil monster, Rose says. The AI is like so confused. It's like breaking down like hella fast. Okay. I am not going to be the Craxel's mate. I need to try and find a way to reconcile everything. Then you must die, the Craxel says. You and Rose battle the Craxel, but you are quickly outmatched. Okay, that actually has got my blood flowing a little bit. Rose, use your vines to hold down the Craxel. I'll use my fire sword to decapitate the Craxel. 2 monster hunts in 1 episode isn't bad. That's already kind of making me feel a bit better. I think you're gonna make a fun. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, just do it. We're about to start a fight. Fuck it. Okay. What do I want to do? I want to do something cool. Okay. Use hydrokinesis to freeze the Craxel. And then decapitate the Craxel using your fire sword. I'm getting rid of the Craxel. You and Rose battle the Craxel, but you are quickly outmatched. You use your elemental magic against the Craxel, but it is too powerful. It quickly grabs you with its talons. You are a worthy adversary, the Craxel says. Ah, crap. Okay. You and Rose are fighting the Craxel. Cool. I'm glad that we actually got to get like a good fight after we kind of just mollywopped Gertrude. Let's see. I'm going to call out to Zana, Camille, and Eliza for help. If we can get the gang together, we can definitely beat the Craxel. You call out to Zana, Camille, and Eliza for help. Quick, escaping, Zana shouts. You run through the cave system pursued by the Craxel. Okay. I'm going to Monster Hunter Guild. Let's charge the Craxel all at once. Our powers combined will overcome its might. Okay. So I want to take it down with like a group attack. Zana shouts charge and rushes forth. Yeah, and rushes forth towards the Craxel. The rest of your allies follow her lead. Camille and Eliza charge the Craxel with swords drawn. Rose conjures vines which grab the Craxel's legs, holding it in place. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is exactly what I wanted to do. This is awesome. Okay, so, he's restrained by the vines. Eliza and Camille cut the Craxel to bits. Zana, help reinforce the vines using your plant manipulation powers. I'll strike down the Craxel with a mighty blow of my dragonfire sword. Eliza and Camille charge the Craxel's sword strong. Rose conjures vines which grab the Craxel's legs, holding it in place. Quick attack, Zana shouts. You run toward the Craxel and unleash a stream of fire. Okay. I'm going to use elemental type shifting to change the fire to acid to melt away the Craxel's head. Excuse me? You unleash a stream of pure acid at the Craxel. It hisses and melts, but realizes what you're doing and flies away from your attack. My beautiful face, it cries and flies around the room, avoiding your attacks. Interesting. The Craxel was able to escape the vine bonds, but it should be in a weakened state with its face melted like that. Okay. Command Zana to summon a lightning bolt to force the Craxel to the ground. Zana raises her hands and a great thunderclap erupts as a lightning bolt strikes the Craxel. It hits the floor stunned. Quickly, Zana shouts, attack it while it's down. Okay. I'm going to command Camille to slice off the Craxel's arms and legs. You whisper, slash at the Craxel's limbs. Camille charges the Craxel, jumps in the air, and cleaves the Craxel's leg off with a great slash of her sword. Haha, it's fallen, she shouts. Okay. So now it's you, Rose, Camille, Zana, Eliza, and... No. It would be like and Eliza are fighting the Craxel, which is essentially a giant flying red lizard. Okay. So she cleaves a leg off. I'm now going to command Eliza to slice off the Craxel's remaining limbs. You whisper, slice it to bits. Eliza charges the Craxel, jumps in the air, and cleaves the Craxel's arm off with a great slash of her sword. Yay, we did it, she shouts. Okay. Command Rose to summon a giant Venus flytrap to consume all of the Craxel's remains, except for the head. You whisper, consume it. Rose summons a Rose summons a giant Venus flytrap, which envelops the Craxel's remains. The flytrap begins to drain the Craxel's blood. Eliza, Camille, attack the Craxel's head, Zana shouts. To which then I'll be like, wait, we've done it. Well, hold on. Check to see if the Craxel's head is still alive. It would be absolutely insane if the rest of his body is like being eaten and it's still alive. Excuse me. The Craxel's head is still alive. It begins cursing you. You little fools. You don't know what you've done, it hisses. This isn't over. My pets. Once my children find your scent, they'll hunt you down. Ooh. Let's see. Command Eliza, Camille, Zana, and Rose to finish the Craxel's head with a coordinated attack. I forgot to say to finish the Craxel's head. You whisper, finish it. Eliza slices off the Craxel's head. Rose and Camille blast the Craxel's face with a fireball and lightning bolts. You, Zana, and Eliza high five. High five. Blah, blah, blah. Good job, team. Nice. Okay. So claim. Oh yeah, claim. You, comma, Zana, comma, Rose, comma, Eliza, and Camille take the Craxel's head to the Monster Awareness Division to claim its bounty. When you arrive, the agent on duty is so impressed that you killed a Craxel that he gives your entire team golden stars to put on your foreheads, which double as magical amulets that make you smell like deer to monsters. Okay. I'm going to... We would also like money for our troubles. Yeah, like, pay us, please. The agent laughs. Sure thing, kid, he says. He pays each of you 800 gold pieces. Your team of 6 goes on to become the most infamous group of monster hunters in all of history. Hey, that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Let's see. Updating the story summary. And Eliza, are now, incredibly famous monster hunters. Hmm. So yeah, you, comma, Zana, comma, Rose, Eliza, and Camille have a meeting back at the inn to just chat. Let's see. Eliza, Anna, and Camille. I want to talk to everybody. That's like my current goal. When everyone arrives, you say, "Hey girls, I just wanted to have a little chat with the team." Eliza says, "This is silly. We should be preparing our hunt for the next monster." We actually hunted 2 monsters today. We took down Gertrude and the Craxel. I want to take some time to talk to everyone. We haven't talked a lot today. Like, we've kind of done the action-y part of, like, the adventure. Zana smiles. Sure. Eliza rolls her eyes and said, "Fine, but make it quick." Eliza, how are you today? Eliza sighs. "I'm fine, Hunt's master." You nod. "And how are you, Rose?" Rose looks down. "I'm okay." Rose, I forgive you for trying to kill me. You did a great job today in the fight against the Craxel. I am glad that you're on our team. Rose smiles. "Thank you, Huntsmaster." Zana asks, "Eliza, I'm sorry for doubting you. Will you please be friends with me?" Eliza sighs. "I suppose." Zana smiles. "That's all I want." Camille, how are you today? Camille frowns. "I'm sad." Eliza says, "What's wrong?" Camille answers, "I miss my husband." You say, "How long has it been since you've seen him?" Camille answers, "Monsters took him 2 days ago." Camille, I'm your husband, and I'm fine. There's no need to be sad. I'm here for you. When Camille's just crazy. Camille smiles. "I know you are. I just wish you were, as my husband, not my teammate." But I am as her husband. You, Rose, Camille, Zana, and Eliza. Well, I guess it's like you, Rose, Camille, Zana, Eliza, and Anna are having a meeting at the inn. You chuckle. "I'm sure we'll have time for that after our missions are over." Camille nods. "I suppose so." Eliza officiated our wedding. Camille, you are my wife. And my teammate. I am here for you as both. Eliza asks, "Can't you just transfer Camille to a different team?" Camille is a welcomed member of the team and one of my many wives. Eliza looks surprised. Wives? I didn't know you were married. You nod. I'm married to both Camille and Rose. I am not married to Rose. Zana raises her eyebrow. Both? How did that happen? You chuckle. You chuckle. It's a long story. I am not married to Rose. Rose is a male clone of Camille. I am married to Eliza, Zana, Camille, Ludmilla, and a few others. Eliza officiated the weddings against my will, which we all know about. This is like established like last episode. A lot of new continuity has been introduced in like a very short amount of time. Eliza shakes her head. Why would I do that to you? You sigh. To help me with my dysfunction. Eliza looks confused. What does being married have anything to do with that? It was your idea, Eliza. Don't pretend to be confused now. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Eliza coughs. Me? That wasn't my idea. Why would I do that to you? You look at Eliza and realize that she's telling the truth. You then realize who's behind this. Rose. She must have done something while you were asleep. What? What? No. Think. Eliza, you literally told me all this yesterday. I know that you officiated all of my marriages against my will. I am sure you mean well. You are a good person and a good friend. The story's like, actually, it was Rose. Rose must be like a bad guy still. And I'm like, Rose is just good now. Eliza looks to the side and says, no, I wouldn't do that to you. Rose must have done something to you. Are you sure it was me? You look at Eliza and realize she's telling the truth. You then realize who is behind this. Rose. I don't see how Rose could be responsible for this. I literally just learned about Rose today. Rose was created by the adventurer and then puppeted by Gertrude. Two T's? Two T's. No, not two T's. Is puppeted just not a word? How do you say puppeted? That's a puppet. What? Okay, fine. And then manipulated by Gertrude. If Rose somehow was responsible for the weddings, then that would imply that Rose manipulated Eliza into officiating all of my weddings. Let's see. Your words make Eliza more upset. But why would Rose do that to you? You put your hand on Eliza's shoulder. You don't know why you're comforting her, but you continue. Rose was manipulated by Gertrude, who is Camille's sister. I don't know why Gertrude was so evil. She kidnapped Anna, and she kidnapped Eliza. She seems to have been a mastermind who has been manipulating events behind the scenes. Now that she's dead, there are a lot of unanswered questions about her motives. That actually is like a weird consequence. Eliza asks, "Are you sure she's dead?" You nod your head slowly. "Yes, I'm sure." Eliza says, "Then who was the woman at the hospital? What about the other girl that we were trying to save? Who was she?" "I don't know about a woman at the hospital. The other girl we saved was Anna, who is here with us now. Anna is Zana's long-lost sister who was kidnapped by Gertrude. Maybe Anna knows more about what Gertrude's motives were. Anna, why was Gertrude manipulating our lives? Like secretly and maliciously manipulating our lives. Anna says she was a fairy. What? Zana said that Gertrude was a vampire. Camille said that Gertrude was an ogre. Now you are saying that Gertrude was a fairy. Maybe Gertrude used her illusion abilities. Okay, hold on. It's starting to make sense, actually. So, Eliza is a fairy with illusion-based abilities. Maybe Gertrude also had illusion-based abilities. That would actually explain a lot. Like when we were in the lair and then suddenly we were on the road. Anna says, "I don't know what Gertrude was exactly, but she tried to kill me on multiple occasions. Since I'm here and she's dead, it is my hope that she no longer poses a threat to me or anyone else." Eliza nods her head. Does anyone here know why Gertrude was trying to ruin our lives? Does she have any reason to hate the Monster Hunter Guild? Anna says, "I think she was trying to kill me and my sister." Okay. I think that's obvious. But Gertrude also tried to manipulate Rose to kill me and kidnap Eliza. Clearly, Gertrude hated all of us. I'm trying to figure out why. Yeah, it's an interesting like mystery kind of thing. Zana says Gertrude was a fairy and hated humans because they were the cause of her forest getting turned into a concrete jungle a few hundred years ago. She was the only fairy left in that forest and lived in seclusion until she got pissed at humanity and wanted to get revenge. Okay. I think I understand now. So Gertrude wants to kill humanity, and we protect humanity as the Monster Hunter Guild. So Gertrude kidnapped Anna and Eliza and manipulated Rose in an attempt to eliminate the monster. Yeah, and manipulated Rose in an attempt to eliminate humanity's defense against her and her fellow monsters. Zana nods her head. Okay. That explains, like, a lot. Okay. So I'm trying to, like, walk through everything that's going on. The adventurer creates a clone of Camille as well as 5 other siblings of Camille's clone, named Rose, who's a dude, but he's like a little boy. But he's like extremely powerful. And sends him to murder me, so he hires a bounty hunter and he teams up with the bounty hunter to kill me. I go to the afterlife, then escape, then I meet Father Thomas, who leads me to Rose's castle, where I confront Rose, but then I end up recruiting him. And then once I recruit him, I regroup with everybody at the inn, and then we go on a monster hunt. We hunt down Gertrude, who's Camille's sister, the same one who manipulated Rose in the first place. We defeat Gertrude, claim the bounty on Gertrude, go and fight the Craxel because Rose apparently killed... Oh, that's a question I have. Okay, Rose, when did you kill the Craxel's son? I don't remember how we ended up... Like, yeah, just when did you kill the Craxel's son? The Craxel claimed that you killed its son. Rose says, I didn't even know the Craxel had a son. I did kill a wyvern. I think the Craxel assumed that the rider was its son. The Craxel was wrong. You did not kill its son, Zana says. So we fought the Craxel due to a misunderstanding. That being said, we had an amazing fight. And claiming the bounty on the Craxel has made us famous. We were already rich, now we're rich and famous. Wait, you got money for killing the Craxel, Eliza asked. Yes, I'm sure there is a lot of it since the Craxel managed to unite many monsters, Rose says. That's right. So when are we splitting the loot, guys? We already each got paid 800 gold for killing the Craxel. Eliza says, wow, I want to be a monster hunter when I grow up. Zana frowns but doesn't say anything. Eliza, that's great. Do you want to help me search through the loot for a special item I was looking for? Eliza, you are already a monster hunter. Everyone here has been recruited except for Anna. Anna, would you like to join our monster hunter guild? Anna says, no, I already have a guild. Is it the Thieves Guild? It's the Black Hooks. You nod. Do you really want to join Rose's guild? Zana asks. Rose is a member of our guild. Who are the Black Hooks? They're a gang of teenagers who like to hang in alleys and break into stores. Do you have a leader? Yes, his name is Tanner, but he's barely older than me. I can't imagine that he's really in charge. You frown. Anna, the Black Hooks sound like a bad crowd. Are you sure you don't want to leave the Black Hooks and join our Monster Hunter Guild? We're rich and famous. We're rich and famous heroes. Like, we're actually just, like, cool. I'm not leaving the Black Hooks for a couple of... Anna begins to say before you interrupt. A couple of what, you ask? Nothing, Anna says. Give me the full sentence. A couple of big heads. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, Anna. Let's see. So Anna doesn't want to join. That's fair. Great. Now that we've settled that, who else wants cake? Zana asks. Yeah. I'll have some cake. Does anyone have any questions? Yeah. I want to make sure that everybody gets like a chance to speak. Everyone is silent. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a little tour of our fine city. Who wants to see the Emperor's Palace first? A large crowd of children raise their hands. I actually am not going to give a tour of the... Yeah, hold on. What the fuck? I'm going to just go back into the inn and regroup with the Monster Hunter Guild. Yeah, I'm not fucking with this crowd of children. The inn is doing well, thanks to your hard work and Kamid's excellent cooking. Zana has a new job as a midwife and is doing great. Eliza finally managed to get her parents out of prison by bribing a corrupt judge. I don't know who Kamid is. What? Ask Zana if she still is a member of the Monster Hunter Guild. The story's doing weird stuff. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? Zana asked. I was just checking. I thought maybe you'd want to join Anna's guild. Okay. Let's see. Congratulate Eliza on freeing her parents from prison. I don't want to brag, but Zana and I were the ones who set the whole thing up. It only cost 15 gold pieces. Such a deal, Eliza says. Let's see. Well, things seem good, I would say. Like, I feel like I talked to everybody. We got 2 monster bounties. We actually made the plot kind of make sense in the end. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Say goodnight to Camille, Zana, Eliza, and Rose before going to sleep at the end. You have reached the good ending and successfully freed all of your slave children. That line's really dumb, but whatever. You are going to sleep at the inn. You're going to sleep for the night. Well, that's the end of this episode. This episode definitely seems like it was long. A lot of stuff happened. The plot keeps thickening. There are a whole bunch of twists, clones. The adventurer came back up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring the notification bell to be notified whenever I do these videos. If you guys want to check out the series playlist so you can see all the episodes, I have a link to it in the description box below and in the end card. If you guys would like to talk about the show, feel free to leave a comment in the comment sections below, or join our Discord and message us over there. Why not do both? Let's see. If you guys want to read the story in full, you can click on the story link in the description. Thank you all once again. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only. Logging out. Peace. Chicka da cow.